Over the past few years, the Democrats have attempted a concentrated campaign to undermine the legitimacy of the Supreme Court. They don't like the makeup of the court, they don't like some of the decisions that are coming out of the court, and so there are proposals out there to pack the court, proposals to come up with so-called reforms, and there have been attempts to pressure individual justices on the Supreme Court by the Democrats. The only crisis at the Supreme Court is the tantrum that the Democrats are throwing and trying to undermine its legitimacy. Republicans are going to have nothing to do with that. We believe the Supreme Court is an independent branch of the government, that the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court can make the policies and decisions with respect to the court that it needs, just like we would with any other branch of our government. And so, you know, the bill that's being marked up in the Judiciary Committee this week is just one more attempt in part of that concentrated campaign to undermine the legitimacy of the Supreme Court, and I expect there's going to be a very robust discussion around that this week. What we should be doing here, instead of that, is what we have on the floor right now, and that's the National Defense Authorization Act, and trying to figure out a way to process amendments so we can deal with, as the leader pointed out, all the threats that we face around the planet today. You got a land war in Europe, you have increasing Chinese aggression all over the planet and other threats that we need to deal with. So the National Defense Authorization Act is one of the most important pieces of legislation that we deal with and process every year here. We should have a robust amendment process so senators who don't serve on the Senate Armed Services Committee can have an opportunity to get their issues, the things that are important to them, up for a vote in the Senate. And I hope that the Democrat leader, Senator Schumer, will work with us to ensure that that happens, and that we can get that bill across the finish line and deal with something that actually is meaningful and does matter to the future of this country, and quit messing around with trying to undermine and delegitimize the Supreme Court.
Greetings, friends. I have shocking news to share with you this Saturday. President Biden's new financial relief plan has just been unveiled, and it could cost taxpayers billions of dollars. Several GOP lawmakers are showing strong opposition towards Biden's plan. Also, in certain states, new programs are currently being created to help reduce bills for millions of seniors. My dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video for all of the details. Also, do stay tuned because I'll be announcing the winners of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Both chambers of lawmakers have unanimously approved Stay New Jersey. This is a program designed to significantly reduce property tax bills for seniors in New Jersey. However, there are lingering doubts about the program's survival until the awards start being distributed in 2026. Stay New Jersey is targeted at New Jersey homeowners age 65 and above, offering them tax credits that could cover up to half of their property tax bills, with a cap of $6,500. This applies as long as the homeowner's annual income does not exceed $500,000 a year. The cap on the relief will be adjusted in line with property tax bills, and the program's estimated cost stands at $1.3 billion when payouts begin in the first quarter of 2026. However, some advocates and Republican officials have raised concerns about whether these awards will ever be realized. Specific provisions in the bill halt payments if the state fails to meet its commitments regarding school aid, pension payments, or two tax deduction programs, which are designed for military veterans and seniors. Stay New Jersey payments will be obstructed if the state is unable to make them while maintaining a surplus equivalent to 12% of annual spending. Republicans argue that these conditions, combined with a recent dip in New Jersey's revenue, virtually ensure that state New Jersey payments will never be made. Others criticize the $500,000 income cap, suggesting that it directs aid towards residents who do not require assistance with property taxes. Texas state legislature also approved a law this year that will increase the homestead exemption. Voters will have to approve this in November because it will require a change to the Texas Constitution. This will lower property tax bills for homeowners over the age of 65. In the wake of the Supreme Court striking down President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan, groups are taking aim at his other efforts to deliver debt cancellation to scores of Americans. This past Friday, the Cato Institute and the Mackinac Center for Public Policy filed a lawsuit challenging the Biden administration's plan to cancel $39 billion in federal student loans. The groups are asking the court to halt the program, which they argue violates federal law because the administration did not produce it through the rulemaking process and offer the public the opportunity to weigh in. The groups also argue that Congress, which created the first income-driven plan in the 1990s, never gave the department the authority to count non-payments as payments. They say the same is true as a public service loan forgiveness, in which the public sector and nonprofit workers can have the balance of the loans forgiven after 10 years of service. As a part of the income-driven adjustment plan, the department also provided people working towards public service forgiveness credit for periods of long-term forbearance. So the groups are asking the court to declare the forbearance credit policy unlawful, set it aside, and block any cancellation of student loans based on it. In its first round of relief legislation, Congress said months in which borrowers benefited from the payment pause would count towards loan forgiveness for public workers. Roughly half of the more than $1 trillion in outstanding student loans made directly by the federal government are being repaid through one of 4 income-driven plans. The plans cap monthly payments at a given percentage of earnings, with the promise that the balance will be forgiven after 20 or 25 years of payments. But a 2022 Government Accountability Office report found that the Education Department did not accurately track payments until a decade after the first income-driven plan was implemented. The Cato Institute and Mackinac Center say that $39 billion in debt cancellation is only a fraction of the true cost of Biden's proposed plan. Assuming the per borrower cost of cancellation remains unchanged, the groups estimate that the adjusted program may cost taxpayers $175 billion in foregone payments and interest. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts about forgiving student loans? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. Well, my beautiful and my most amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Saturday. My dear friends, thank you so much for joining me here and for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing new winners every Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. My friends, if you would like to enter these weekly giveaways, please make sure that you click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dear friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. The winners of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway is Bernice Jackson and Judith Owen. Congratulations, my dearest friends! To claim your gift cards, please check your notifications page and send me a message, or you can message me on my Facebook page. Thank you, friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed weekend.